All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. We already crushed the 7K subscriber goal, so we are going to update that board here for you guys. Look at Joe Burrow, looking at all these nice, tasty giveaways. We have the 8K sub jersey giveaway. We have the 9K sub sports memorabilia giveaway, 10K subs, the big one, $1,000 giveaway, and the 12K subs. We're going to send a couple people to a game of their choice. Guys, we are very excited for the football season, but no more talking. Let's get right into this video, Trey. All right, guys, let's get into some NFL picks and props for Monday, October 23rd slate of games. Take a look at that leaderboard, Trey. Start us off.
Yeah, we swept the board. Shout out us. But I did give out the Baltimore Ravens -2.5 against the Lions. I got some hate from it. A couple commenters and Bear yelling at me. But at the end of the day, I had a lot of faith in the Baltimore Ravens here. They ran the ball down the Lions' throat exactly like I projected. And the Lions could not run the ball exactly like I projected. It is what it is. I'll take the dub.
You were right. I was wrong. You're smart. I'm dumb. All right, there it is. I admitted you were right. Good pick with the Ravens. You said my pick sucked. I hated my pick. You hated my pick. It was the Denver Broncos on the money line. They tried to blow the games. The refs tried to give them the game away. A player was ejected for no reason today. The Broncos safety, he had a clean hit on a tight end. They ejected him from the game. The game was out of control.
He's dirty. He's so dirty, though. He's been throwing around terrible helmet-to-helmet hits for the past few years. I don't even know who it was, but if it was Kareem Jackson's dirty.
Did you see the hit?
No, but he had a hit like in week 1 or week 2. That was
Don't care.
It's like the Draymond Green, you start having that rap sheet, they're going to get out of the game quick. It's like Vontae's perfect towards the end of his career. He was ejected just looking at a guy.
Okay, throw the flag, but I don't know how you eject that guy from hitting him in the shoulder. Like, I'm fine with the flag call. Sure, unnecessary roughness, even though it's football and you get paid millions of dollars to get hit. Throw the flag. I don't care. But to eject him when he didn't even hit his head is crazy. Anyway, we're moving on. I had the Denver Broncos on the money line. They came back. They kicked the game-winning field goal. Jordan Love was horrible in the game. But, yeah, we swept the board. Before we move on to our plays for tonight, Trey, I do want to mention we're bringing back the honeypot because everybody in here, all of our commenters, our very loving Bear Pack community think that they know how to pick player props. So this is what we're going to do, Trey. Just like in the NBA, we're going to throw 2 player props up. They're going to be in the community tab on our YouTube page. If you guys get 5 player props in a row correct, we're going to give away $100 to the community. So it's that easy. We're going to put up 2 player props on Monday nights, on Thursday nights, and for the Sunday slate. All you guys have to do is pick them. If you get it right, that's 1 win. We'll move on to the next week. You get it right, that's 2 wins, and you have to get 5 in a row. We'll give away $100 to the community. Sound fair enough?
You know what? I think that is fair. And, I know our commenters are going to be like, we should just get a week. We should hit the Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. And if we hit that, we should get the hundo. At the end of the day, it's hard to hit props. Let's see if you guys can hit 5.
Should we lower it?
You know what? I think that we should go with the weekly and just test the water and see if our commenters can back up what they're saying.
Okay, so we'll go starting tonight, starting Monday night. We'll throw it up Monday night. You get that right, we'll go on to Sunday slate. You get that right, or Thursday night game, sorry. You get that right, we'll go to Sunday. You get 3 in a row, we'll give $100 away to the community. Go to our YouTube page, under community tab, vote on that. That'll be up there. Honeypot's what it called. That's what we did in the NBA, but we're going to bring it to the NFL because people think it's easy, Trey. They think it's easy, but it's really not. But hopefully you guys do 3 in a row because I'd love to give $100 to the community. But anyway, let's take a look at the picks for tonight, Trey. It's going to be Monday Night Football. It's going to be the San Francisco 49ers going on the road to take on the Minnesota Vikings. A lot of injuries for the 49ers. They're still -7. The over-under is 43.5. Who do you like in the game?
Yeah, this game's going to be very interesting. And the 49ers, they're coming into this game limping. Like you just said, Christian McCaffrey, he was limited for much of this week. But according to Adam Schefter, he is going to be active for this game. But it looks like the 49ers are still going to be without Trent Williams and Deebo Samuel, 2 huge pieces for their offense. And for that reason, I'm going to be taking the Minnesota Vikings here. I'm going to buy a half point, and I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings +7.5 in this game. I feel like a touchdown spread is just too big. This 49ers team is legit, yes, but I truly feel like this Vikings team does have at least a good chance to win this game straight up. Because last week we saw this 49ers offense struggle against the Browns. And, before Sunday's games, I would have said this Browns defense is elite and everyone struggles against them. But that same Browns defense allowed the Gardner Minshew Colts to score 38 points against them. So I think the Vikings can easily get the 20+ in this game. And the 49ers, I'm not sure that they're going to get the 30+ here since Trent Williams and Deebo Samuel are ruled out for this game. And yes, I know this is primetime Kirk Cousins here. Everyone's, hating against primetime Kirk Cousins. But I do want to mention, I bet on primetime Kirk Cousins in week 2 against the Eagles, and he covered for me. He covered for me against the Eagles. And, this 49ers team is just, right up there with the Eagles as well. And I think I took the Vikings plus 7.5 in that same game. So, you know what? Different week, same Vikings team. I'm going to take the same spread. Give me this Vikings team here plus 7.5 against the 49ers.
Yeah, we're going to be splitting here. I'm going to take the Niners minus 6.5 in the game. Last week, the 49ers took their first loss of the season against the Browns. It made Brock Purdy look like an actual decent quarterback. He's been talked about as the MVP over the last 5 or 6 weeks, but that game brought him down a peg. I think he's in the perfect situation with the San Francisco 49ers, but I still think he's a fine quarterback. He's still getting the job done. In this game going up against the Minnesota Vikings, who shouldn't have a lot of problems going up against this pretty bad defense. It is still in question. We're going to see Christian McCaffrey play. If I was the 49ers, I would not play him. I would make sure he's 100% before we put him back on the field. In the long-term trade, this game does not matter for the 49ers. They're still going to make the playoffs. So I expect them to be extra safe tonight with CMC. So hopefully he does not play. I just don't think it's going to matter, though. Even if they don't have CMC and Debo, this team's still going to win this game by at least a touchdown. Without Justin Jefferson, the Minnesota Vikings look horrible on the offensive side of the ball. There are only 2 wins this season. We're against the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears, the 2 worst teams in the NFL. The Minnesota Vikings are just not a good football team, and Kyle Shanahan, coming off of that loss, should put up a big number against the Vikings tonight. Give me the 49ers to cover the spread, Trey, minus 6.5 as my play. Let's move on to the player props, Trey. Start us off.
Yeah, and we swept the player props too. The NFL was a good Sunday slate for us, and mine smashed very, very easily because I gave out Travis Kelce over 73.5 receiving yards against the Chargers. He showed up for Taylor Swift, and, I'm getting tired of watching T Swift and Brittany Mahomes chest bump. I freaking hate Brittany Mahomes. I hate her. I hate her. I hate her. But Kelce, he hit for me. So shout out Travis Kelce.
Jackson was there today. Hopefully they break them
up. I freaking hate Jackson.
I also noticed they kept showing them doing a handshake or whatever after a celebration, like handshake after a touchdown, and then she had a Travis Kelce bracelet on, so I had to turn that game off. So I had Josh Allen over.
We only have to deal with this for a couple more weeks. As soon as T Swift goes to her Europe tour, the relationship's going to fall apart. That's my prediction. We just need to hold out hope for a couple more weeks of this.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, I'm sick and tired of them showing them. But yeah, I had Josh Allen over 1.5 passing touchdowns, and I also had Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown score. Diggs made an incredible play, sliding catch, got up, scored, because the Buffalo Bills today, they looked horrible. Again, it might be time to question if the Bills are bad or not, because the Patriots beat them, and the Patriots are very bad. So put that down, Trey, for next week. The Buffalo Bills might be bad. But let's move on to our player props for tomorrow night. Trey, how do you start us off?
It's like a yo-yo. They're good one week, bad the next. They're bad last week. They're going to be elite this upcoming week. We need to remember that. But I'm going to be giving out TJ Hockenson. I'm going to go over his 49.5 receiving yards against the 49ers. I really love this over for Hawk in this game. A lot of people are probably going to be fading him in this game because he's going to be matched up against Fred Warner for at least a little bit of this game for the linebacker spot for the 49ers. But we've seen already what TJ Hockenson against that same 49ers team looks like, because he's only played them once in his career, but he did go off in that game. He caught 8 balls and turned that into 97 receiving yards, almost double what we need here. And I would love, obviously, a repeat performance for TJ Hockenson in this game. And I think there's a great chance for him to do that. In the Vikings, they're going to want to force feed him throughout this game, because that's what they've been doing all season long. Because across Hawkinson's 6 games so far this season, he's averaging 51 receiving yards on 6 catches, which is over this number. And I do expect him to be able to at least get his average here in this game, because there's not very many people for, Kirk Cousins to throw the ball to. Like Bear said earlier in the game picks, Justin Jefferson is out in this game. That is a huge target void that's just sitting in this Vikings offense. And I think a lot of those voided targets are going to be going TJ Hawkinson's way. So give me TJ Hockenson to have a great day here. I'm taking him to go over 49.5 receiving yards against the 49ers.
Yeah, Trey, I like where minds are at, because I'm going to take a Minnesota wide receiver. I'm going to take KJ Osborn to go over 40.5 receiving yards against the Niners. I know I said the Vikings are a really bad team and the offense doesn't look great without JJ, but somebody's going to get some yards in this game for them. If we look at the numbers for Osborn when Justin Jefferson went out, he has been the number 1 target for Kirk Cousins. Over the last 2 games, KJ Osborn has 14 targets and 9 catches. In the first 4 games, KJ Osborn had a combined 8 catches on 17 targets. So his production has gone way up, and he has gone over this number in back-to-back games without Justin Jefferson. I think the 49ers should be up in this game for the majority of the game, and that's going to lead to the Vikings throwing more. So give me KJ Osborn to go over 40.5 receiving yards as my play. Trey, let's look at that graphic really quick before we get out of here.
Yeah, and we split on the game picks, but I gave out the Minnesota Vikings plus 7.5 against the San Francisco 49ers. I backed Primetime Kirk in week 2 against the Eagles. He covered for us. So I'm going to throw out my trust in him again. And I'm also taking TJ Hockenson over 49.5 receiving yards against the 49ers. He doubled this number in his only game against the 49ers, and he's been targeted a lot this season, so it shouldn't change in this primetime game.
Yeah, and I'm going to take the 49ers minus 6.5 for split. I'm going to take KJ Osborn over 4.5 receiving yards, and Jose Altuve just got a single, which I know we're on the NFL side, but guess what? We hit the MLB prop. All right, that'll do it, guys, for our NFL player props and game picks for Monday, October 23rd slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's two options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,